So let's talk Ballerina. So this is the franchise coming from John Wick. Now I'm just going to jump straight into it because from now on I'm just going to tell movies how they are and what I think of them because this is just me with my reviews. I'm not going to do it with any professional way, structure by structure. I'm going to do it just how I see movies and how I know about them. I'm not always going to know who probably directed them or who always stars and know the work of the people of the movies. I'm just gonna just generally tell my review and what I think of them because I think I was always just trying to be structured and tell them how they should be told. But just be yourself and tell how you saw the movie. And I'm just telling you how I saw it, and I want to know what you and everyone else thinks, and just let me know in the comment section. So, Ballerina is a franchise from John Wick, who I've really enjoyed. Well, the first time I saw John Wick, it was surprisingly good. I really liked the intense scene at the beginning. It was very low budget for that time. No one was interested in it, believe it or not. I wasn't really interested. I don't know what made me decide to watch John Wick, and I just did. And when I did, I really liked it. I really liked the first one. I didn't think it was going to go as far as it did, to be honest. I know the filmmaker he was in The Crow. He was part of The Crow. He was like a stunt man, and the Brandon League one, by the way, I'm talking about, not the remake. So he was a part of that, and then obviously he went on to become a filmmaker. So he was a stuntman for in that movie, and then he went on to make movies, and you can tell from his films what he likes, and I really love these films. And yeah, so John Wick was really good. The first one, Keanu Reeves, sorry, he he wasn't doing much at that time, I guess. I've always loved Keanu Reeves, to be honest. I've loved him in John Constantine, loved him in that movie. And I hope they bring it back and I hope the story's good because there's been rumours the script is not good. And it'd be good if it'd be connected to DCU, James Gunn. Because, yeah, I really did love John Constantine and I did love the TV series, but I did love what Keanu Reeves, what they did with it as well. And again, I've always been a massive fan of him. He's always done great work. Like, everybody loves him. One of the nicest people in the world you can ever imagine. And so they made sequels from the films, second, third, fourth. The fourth one has gone down probably as the best one. So, which we all love. But then everyone has their own opinion. I thought two was good. Three was okay, but four came out as the best one. I would always go back and watch four, but I always go back and watch one because the story was so structured, so strong, the cast was strong, and that's where it all began, and you never knew where it was going. And I felt John Wick, these films have brought action movies back because action movies haven't really been the same. If, like me, I'm an older generation, if you are into action movies and you watch Bruce Lee, Van Damme, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, if you watched all those action movies, they were a big thing back for that time. And they used to get cinema releases. And now action movies are very low budget, very DVD, or straight to, digital, Netflix, whatever you want to call it. You either hear about some, you don't hear about some. Some are big and often than others. It depends on the budget and who's it starring and who's behind the filmmakers. But I think John Wick has really brought it back. And it's something about Keanu Reeves, he always brings something back because again from the Matrix he kind of came back, then stopped, and this. So yeah. So we have Ballerina who comes into this world, should I say, and she her father's been killed, she's been taken, she's very similar to John, who is just kind of messed up, really, and she wants to avenge her father. She wants to know what's happened to her father. She wasn't really brought into this world, and she comes in an amazing fighter, to be honest. And I really like this movie. I do. I really. I wasn't shocked, to be honest. I knew this film was going to be good. One thing I will say is the film is well done shot. The fight scenes are great, fantastic as always. You had to expect the fight scenes were going to be great, and it's beautifully shot. The wide shots are amazingly shot with the fight scenes. Um, They match the John Wick scenes. You have Keanu Reeves in the movie, which is great, and not just for a cameo. He does pop up a lot. When he did pop up in the, not at the beginning, but at the last scene, I'm not going to go into spoilers. When you put the last scene, I did think, would you really let this person live, or would you really have killed them, to be honest? Because why would you really let this person? Because when you're set out to do a job, you just set out to do a job. But I have no problem with that. I liked that you got a bit of tease of those two fighting, and they do meet twice. It shows you they are scared of the Baba Yaga. They are scared of him, and they do fear him, which is cool. And he's just got that presence, John, and so has she. And I've loved her in other movies. She was great in the James Bond movies. She's fantastic. I think she's got a great future in action movies, and I hope to see her more. The fight scene she's done in this was just brilliant. I think the ice skating scene was probably the best one. That was really good. And at the beginning, it was a bit, but then again, I think that's great because she was still learning. I think, she knows the character. She plays the character really well. The character's name's Eve. So, but they call her Ballerina, and it's just cool. What I really like as well is who plays the woman from the Addams family. Used to be in the Addams family. Obviously, she's aged, and she's kind of the head house of the house who trains them, who gets them trains. Who trains these people. You saw her in John Wick. I think it was 2 or 3. I cannot remember. Was it 2? Was it 3? I think it was 3, and that was really cool to see as well. I reckon she plays the role amazingly as well. I always like seeing her own presence, and she just brings something really good to it. I just love these movies, to be honest, and I'm just happy action movies are back. I really enjoyed it. It's just, like I said, when it comes to writing and the script, because I do go into detail about that, it's just a script, and it is nothing an Oscar script. You don't really care about, well, you do care about the story. You care where it's going, and you care what's it about, but more you want to see the fighting and the action, and you do. Because even when you think in the fight scene ain't gonna come, it pops it straight at you, and you expect, what? Fucking hell. But I really enjoyed this movie, man. I hope they do more with her. I hope we see more of this character, and we've got more movies. I know everyone is liking it at the moment, which is I'm really happy about, which is good. Again, I can't really fault this movie. Nicely shot. I like the dark tone to it. It's got the tone of the John Wick's movies. It's acted well. The actress who plays her, she does a brilliant job. The fight scenes are great, which I love the fight scenes. These stuntmen that really be in this movie, hats off to them. Really do. Hats off to them every moment because I just like what they do in all these movies. Keanu Reeves, obviously, he just does what he does. And I hope we get to see more from this world. But I was thinking, watching this movie, how much can Keanu Reeves keep taking through his body? He has said that as a joke in interviews, but I just think this film was definitely a must see. If you're into action movies and if you're into these kind of school movies, and I'm glad it's brought it back to the top because I've missed action movies for such a long time. To be honest, I've really missed them. I've really how they used to be because ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to be them. I always wanted to be Bruce Lee, Van Damme, and Arnold because you wanted to be that guy. And then obviously now, even with girls, I'm glad it was brought back in certain times. I know Quentin Tarantino brought it back with Kill Bill. I mean, I love Kill Bill. Kill Bill is one of my favourite films of all time. And I'm just glad to see women fighting as well. I really am. And that's for me speaking that because for these women to do it, I think they just bring something really stylish to it. They bring something sexy to it and strong to it. And they show how they can really get down. So I'm really loving that at the moment. I was just thinking I could just see Rhea Ripley in these movies. I would love to see that. But this is my fault. I can keep going on about this movie. I loved it head to top. I definitely would watch this again. I'm going to watch this again. This is definitely one of my best movies of 2025. But let me hear your thoughts. What did you lot think of Ballerina? Did you lot like it? Have you lot seen it? I want to hear your opinion. So, thank you for watching my video.